Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, the tarot I'm going to use, Gilded Tarot Royale by Ciro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. At the bottom here you can see the website llewellyn.com and a couple other social media links. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you need more time to absorb that if you're interested. The Oracle cards, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. There's some information on the back here. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out. There's a website. I'm pretty sure there's websites down here if you need to see them a little closer. There's more. There's ColetteBaronReed.com at the end of that paragraph with her picture next to it. I believe there's a HayHouseRadio.com there, and you could go to HayHouse.com as well if you look up Hay House. A couple other websites at the bottom. There's also about the illustrator, Jenna. There's Jenna's full name. And I believe at the bottom here there's some websites that are geared towards her. Okay, so that's the Oracle cards. And last but not least, the dice. I got different dice now. Can I use the back of this maybe? No, I don't think that's going to work. Well, hopefully this is one of the dice, the 14-sided dice I got for part of it. I'll have to explain that in a second. mathartfun.com. And the bigger dice, the 21-sided dice, this is where that came from. Tom Anders, and then there's a website there. There's a QR code I'll show you in a second if you're interested in this, in case that is of benefit to you. I used the 21, this is going to be the 21-sided dice for the major arcana. It is missing 0 for the Fool, but still I make it work. And the other one is the 14-sided dice, which I use from 1 to King, King being the 14th, number 14. So as it goes up, 10, 11 would be Page, 12 is Knight, 13 Queen, 14 King, if you're interested to know that. All right. And with that being said, if you would like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And now, on to your read. Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Taurus? Alright, let's get all the cards down before we get too excited. I mean, there's some really good cards coming in, but we gotta get to the end first, right? Okay. Why is it a hard choice? Alright, so there's a choice coming up that should be more to your liking, but I also get that it's a hard choice for you, so let's see what we have coming forward. I'm going to start with the dice on this one, because I see the 9 of Cups here is where you're starting. I think this is somebody else, though. Alright, so High Priestess and then the 5 of Pentacles makes me feel like whoever this is dealing with, they have been much more self-sufficient. In fact, they've been very caring. This is somebody who I feel like you're used to leading their own way down the path. In fact, they're more likely to not tell people things just so people don't get in their way. As long as they can handle their life and do what they need to do, I feel like I don't see a problem with that. They make stable decisions. I don't feel like I have to worry about them, or at least in the past, I don't think I had to worry about them. They made their own decisions, and they were fine. Again, I feel like they were, like, when I get that 5 of Pentacles, I do feel like this person at least used to be more secretive. Or, like, they just, they just didn't give people the chance to get in their way. They just wouldn't tell people what they were going to do. That way it would just be done and be like, I made my decision and I can do what I want because I'm an adult. And that's how it works. This is changing. This seems to be somebody who's very important to you. Could be a family connection very easily. It's somebody who used to be able to make these decisions or used to have maybe the authority to make these decisions. That could be a thing. Maybe their level of authority has changed. It could be something like that. This is somebody who I feel like means a lot to you. And there's a change coming. And I feel like you know this change is coming. You also have this. It's not a change I really feel like I want to see, but I know a change is happening. Something is definitely happening here, and it's a big change. It's a big deal. I feel like I'm also trying to pull back and kind of just letting it advance like it needs to. I'm just kind of like, I'm paying attention. If I can guide it, I kind of will, but I feel like I'm more just paying attention. I don't feel like there's really a lot I can do right now that's going to have a positive influence. So I'm kind of just like observing. I want to do more, but I feel like it's more like it's smarter to observe right now, so that's what I'm doing. You very much care about this person, whoever this is, but I feel like I'm also looking at them in the sense of like, I feel very good about them, but when it comes to their life and where they want to go, they will do what they need to do to make sure that they keep the control if at all possible. And you understand that. I feel like you understand it. And you don't want to push them in a corner where they're just going to tell you what they feel like they need to tell you. Because I feel like that's also a thing with this person. Like, if they're pushed in a corner, they'll tell you what they feel like they need to keep control with them. They do have the ability to lie. But they would justify it in the sense of like, I wasn't going to let you have that control, so I didn't tell you. And you asked me a direct question that I didn't think you had the right to know, so I lied because I wasn't going to give you that power. It could be one of those people. I feel like you get it. You understand. It's not about agreeing with it, but like you see it and you understand why. Again, it's not about agreeing with it, but understanding, like I understand A plus B equals C type thing. There's going to be a point coming up that ironically this situation can go better, but it's the harder choice to make it go better, ironically. 7 of Swords, yeah, you're going to catch them in a lie. And the judgment is like for and against the situation at the same time. You're going to catch them in a lie, there's going to be a problem. And it's going to be like they need help. And you're going to catch them in this lie. And you're going to be like, okay, yeah, I kind of had a feeling they might do that because things are getting to that level. Things aren't going well. And it's almost like a survival mode response. Some people do that in survival mode. Maybe they wouldn't normally lie, but when they feel like they have to, they have no choice, they will. If they feel that way, you're going to catch them in this lie. You have the ability to just kind of like minimally address it, however minimally you feel like you can do, and then just move on and just let the next part of it play out the way it's going to. They're saying don't do that. What they're saying to do, which is the harder road for this to go better, is to directly confront the situation. And it's what actually would work better. It would work better for everybody. The person that you're dealing with is not going to like it and probably won't be cooperative. I don't know. They'll be minimally cooperative is what I'm also getting. It seems like it's really hard, but it's kind of like we have to address it. It's better to address it before this gets worse. And it's kind of like, it's not like jumping into the deep end of the pool right off the bat. It's kind of like, all right, we're addressing that there's a pool. This is how we're starting. This is how we're addressing it, and this is the hard part. All right, there's a pool. We're addressing there's a pool. We're also addressing that people should not be in there unsupervised. We're addressing how cold it is. We're addressing if it's, it needs to be, cared for in a way so that there's not germs swimming in there while other people are swimming in there. The care of the pool, who should be in there, what type of lifeguards should we have around it, how many people should be allowed in at a time. All these things are starting to be like we're deciding what we have to handle and how we're going to handle. Then we have to go through how we're going to handle it. It's rough. It's a long-term plan that needs to come in. This will make the situation go a lot better. If you decide to go that route, it's best for everybody. The person who this is about does not want this to happen, but I feel like it's what needs to happen. Sometimes life just does that. It doesn't matter what we want. It's about what needs to happen. They don't like it. They're going to try to block you out again. I also feel like they're going to have to ask you for help at the same time. So it's kind of like you're going to have leverage in the sense of like they're going to ask you for help because they have to. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. But they're also going to try to block you so you don't know things that you need to know. So you're going to have to balance how much you're able to do for them without them telling you the truth. You're going to have to find a way to balance that, kind of like you need to tell me first what's going on before I help you. It might be one of those things. If that's what it takes to get the truth, you need the truth so you can really build this plan that's going to be stable and hold through the test of time for what needs to be done here. So it doesn't sound like it's a fun thing to do where I'm not helping you until you give me all the pieces. And they might be difficult about that, but you're kind of like, I will help you, but you got to tell me everything that's going on. Other people will join in and help you. I feel like you need to pull in other people to this situation. It's better if you do. You're going to make your decision the way you need to make your decision, but pulling in other people will make this a lot better for you, the person you're helping, and other people around the situation. It will hit a point where it does feel like it will kind of just slip out of your control. It'll slip out of your grasp. What is that last card? The Nine of Wands. Other people will add in, and this will kind of slip out of your control is what I'm getting with the Temperance card. It doesn't seem like it's bad. It's just kind of like, it's just uncomfortable. Let's just put it that way. It's just uncomfortable. There's going to be certain things you're going to be able to keep. Enjoy it for what you can. Handle it for what you can. Because it seems like this kind of goes in this like bump energy, kind of like you don't start off with hardly any control, and then when you find this person, what they're doing, it's like you end up with a lot of control all of a sudden, and then when you add people in, you get less and less and less, and then it goes down, but it gets better for this other person. It gets a lot better for them, and it does seem like I don't have as much control as I was hoping for, and I just got to kind of enjoy what I can have from it. Overall, looking back, if you're able to do it that way, you'll be happier for this person. It's difficult for you to not be able to do what you want to do and to not have the control you're used to, but you'll look at this person like, yeah, but things are going better for them. I don't have control. It doesn't go exactly where I think it should. It's not handled the way I want it to be handled, but I do see that things have improved more than if I just tried to do it on my own. There's a lot more benefits here than if I had tried to do it on my own. For example, bringing in people to help take care of the pool, a lot more people can use it, and there's more people to look out for people in case somebody gets in trouble. If I'm just doing it by myself, people have to wait to get in. I can only have so many people at a time. If more than one person has an issue at a time, I can't help them all at once. One of those things, it's kind of like it becomes very, it's like instead of, if it was a big pool, like an Olympic-sized pool, it's kind of like if I do it by myself, it's kind of like most of the pool is wasted because I can't manage it by myself. And you know what I mean? By the time I manage it by myself, it can only have 2 to 3 people in that I can make sure will be safe. If I bring other people in, we can have everybody in there, and it's constantly open. Everybody can be in there. I just have to rely on other people to look out for other people. I don't have control over it anymore when it's open, when it's not, and what we're doing. But it's getting full use like it was meant to get full use. That's like the difference. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.